What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. Well, it just wasn't WWE that got all the action this past week, because NXT has been making its name going with their good shows, because Triple H got, his side, then you got Shawn Michaels having his side. Hey, DX is fucking running WWE. Who would ever thought, if you said that in 1997, hell, even in 2006, would you have believed it?
Well, I mean, they kind of had a storyline about it in 2006.
Yeah. I'm talking about, legitimately? No, I would never believe it.
Well, the gentleman lead, no, but I'm talking about, like, per storyline, you can see, like, you can run it for, 6 months or whatever to against find, Umaga or somebody to beat him up for.
Well, NXT...
Always Umaga.
Yeah, on June 9th, NXT had their PLE, NXT Battleground, from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, which is actually a smaller arena than the Performance Center is, right? Or... wherever NXT is at now. I think it's a little bit smaller. I think it hold. I don't know how much does that place hold. Do you know? Okay, well, I'm gonna say it says give or take 1,000 people, which sound like standard Impact Zone type thing. It says in late January 2022, I'm reading over it now, there was an article from Las Vegas Review stating that the UFC Apex plans to expand seating up to 1,000 people, adding food, alcohol, service, ticket sales, souvenir shop, along with adding extra parking. So it's a possibility that this is in January of 2022, saying that they plan on doing this. So maybe now, since this has happened, I'm thinking that maybe they could have made the necessary changes to that.
How do you like the Apex, the UFC building or whatever?
I think it looks fine for a UFC fight. I mean, I didn't really mind it for NXT. You know what I'm saying? It looked fine. It just looked smaller than where it be.
It's smaller.
It is small, but I'm saying, but it did say that with these new renovations that they could probably try to fit up to 1,000 people in there. So do you think there's about 1,000 in there tonight? I mean, well, when that show was on?
Not that day, but I'm saying I think they could. They just have to add to the stand. Like they can make the stand taller or whatever the case is.
Okay. Well, one thing I'm not gonna get hate for this. Wasn't too big a fan of, because Sexy Red hosted the event. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not a Sexy Red fan. I'm just not. I'll keep certain comments to myself. I mean, if I had to choose between her and Glorilla, I'm picking Glorilla. I like Glorilla. I think she looked good. So that Sexy Red, it just wasn't for me. And I'm just like, so. Then they got her hosting this thing, and then she is out there at the beginning talking about some, well, hello everybody, welcome, the girl from the hood, or whatever she said, welcome to NXT Battleground, and she started twerking, and she get down that split, and get Booker T and blood pressure all hype.
Get it sexy.
I guess you a Sexy Red fan.
No, I'm not. It's just funny.
Oh, yeah, you just like being a fucking troll. I got you.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, a lot of this is happening. We're having a Ethan Page he came from AEW, is in the main event. We're having a NXT Underground match. We're having a ladder match to crown the first women's North American champion, and we're having it was like a lot going on. And then we have a TNA NXT crossover. All this shit was happening at Battleground.
Mm-hmm.
All of it, and I think this was a really good show, and I think they delivered on it. And first, like I said, this one happened on Sunday. I'm not going to recap. I'm just going to recap. I'm not going match details. The first match that they had was the ladder match for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. Kalani Jordan, Sol Roca, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, and Michin. Off the back, they only gave this woman, because I was like, this match felt short. Now, was that just me? Or did you feel the same way?
About
this match? The match felt short to me.
I mean...
And while I look at the match, only went 12 minutes,
I think that was the point, right?
Huh?
Was that not the point?
Usually with ladder match, I'm like, if you give them at least 15 minutes, I was like...
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about the other match. Oh, yeah. The ladder match felt a little short. I thought you meant the other match. My bad. Sorry.
No, I ain't talking about the Little Vice. I'm talking about the ladder match. I was expecting something a little more.
I mean, thankfully they didn't kill themselves. Did you see how they threw last legend? Like, we got enough. We got enough. I don't think they needed. They probably didn't want to do a ladder match, but they was like, we done did everything else. Let's just do a ladder match. But remember that one ladder match where we were scared because all the women was inexperienced? It was like somebody gonna get hurt.
Yeah, okay. I think that was the first Money in the Bank ladder match that they did.
No, that's why they won an NXT.
Oh yeah.
It was like Indy Hartwell and like I forgot who else is in. Like I think it probably was Mandy Rose and JC Jane and Gigi. It was like, oh, okay.
So here's the thing. I think Kalani Jordan had some good spots because she was the one who actually won the damn thing. And she was being very athletic on stuff like that. Fallon Henley, I was like, she really didn't do much of anything in the match at all. She didn't really took no hits or anything like that. Jada Parker barely took anything. Sol Roca, as athletic and creative as Sol Roca is, I was expecting her to come out here and be the workhorse shine in this matchup. I mean, she had a couple of those, flipping cuts that she had and one off the ladder, but she really didn't do much, and Misha was the experienced one. I was like, okay. Misha took a hard bump where I was like, she fell off the ladder, like, kind of gut wrenched herself on the ropes. And like I said, they all body pressed Last Legend over to the ladder bridge they had on the outside. But like I said, I'm not saying I want the women to kill each other, but I thought for what the talent that's in here could do a little bit more. Like the one you said before with JC Jane and Mandy Rose and shit like that. It was just like, we got more talent here. Like, these women, like Sol Roca, I'm just trying to see what she could do. I was hoping, like for instance, I was hoping Last Legend had more powerhouse spots. She's the strongest one in there. You know what I'm saying? Fallon Henley, but
they needed somebody to go through it. I think Lash was just the biggest one that could probably break the ladder, and she still didn't even break it. So
no, but I'm just saying. But I'm saying they still didn't have no power spots though. I'm just talking about I was kind of being selfish or expected this to. I wanted to at least have some of those kind of throws that NXT ladder match for the first North American Championship had with the men. Remember that elite one that nobody works for that company anymore? Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Ricochet, EC3, Killian Dane. I'm so blanking on the sixth one. Yeah, it's just like all them guys for that North American Championship. That's why I was like, I was excited to see it. I just think I ain't get that with this one, but Kalani Jordan won the matchup. I'm not mad at the results. I'm not mad at that. I thought it was gonna be Sol Roca that was gonna win it. Honestly, it would have been kind of cool if Last Legend won it, but she got her own storyline stuff going through with Trick Williams and Metaphor and stuff like that. So Kalani, I'm not mad at her for that. I'm pretty sure she had a match with Michin on NXT. I think I missed that one. Then they had the NXT Tag Team Championships, the Nathan Frazier and Axiom taking on the OC. That was actually a pretty good matchup. Dumb boys, Nathan Frazier don't slow down worth a damn. I get tired looking at Nathan Frazier run. Tell me I'm lying.
I mean, you're right, but still. I wish though that I like Braun and Baron as the champions. I wish they would have gave it to a better team. No offense to nobody, but
What you talking about? So you don't like the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazier?
No.
No. Well, I'm a fan of Axiom.
I mean, Gallus is cool. The Coffee Brothers would have been cool. You know, we could have got somebody like maybe I just haven't watched NXT, so I don't know like how they are. But I just wish because like Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, Braun Breaker's potentially the next a future heavyweight champion and all that. And it's just like you let them beat you.
We not gonna see them like they're not good, and obviously the OC down there to put over it anyway. So I get it. I mean, I also get your frustration, but I get it. They retained their titles. Like, first of all, ever since the OC match, you still be mad because Carl Anderson don't be doing singles matches anymore. You be begging for that man to be doing singles matches.
Because, man, first of all, Carl Anderson, I think he just giving up all cares of his career. He just like, look, I got money, I'm good. Because this man used to take his whole thing seriously. But then, like, after that, he went to AEW. He came back to WWE. His last run, he just don't care no more. He just like the money. He just got, like, yeah, I got money.
As he says, he got money and his hot Asian wife.
And, like, 5 kids.
He's just... So, hey, you got to feed them. You got to do something. You got to feed them. Then they had the NXT Underground matchup, which was Lola Vice against Shayna Baszler. I felt as though they did a better job making this look realistic than Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey did at SummerSlam. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree. Plus, like, they actually can both go. Because I was actually a fan of Lola before she even came to WWE when she was still fighting. So, yeah. I watched, like, maybe 3 of her fights.
Yeah.
Or 4. And I was like, yeah, she was one of my favorites at the time. I ain't gonna lie, because she was after every time she knocked somebody out, she would dance on them. I just thought that was funny every time.
She started saucing on him, started twerking on him. Yeah, Lola.
Yeah, no, because who sings that song too? It's not. It can't be Sexy Red. I don't think it was whatever song. One time she knocked somebody out and started dancing to that song that sounded like Freak League by Petey Pablo.
Okay,
And after that, I was like, oh, I gotta watch her because that joke was so funny. She did like a full routine. It's like the same one she did here, but it was more of a routine. And I was like, you can't just knock somebody out and do a full dance routine. That's probably hilarious.
But that's how it was, because when they were taking each other down, they was doing them little forearm shots to try to knock each other out, stuff like that. I was like, this looks more realistic or more of a fight going on than that Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler one was at SummerSlam. And when Shayna, she got clocked in the hip, or she fell into the steel steps at the end, and then Lola comes in there and takes her down, so give her the forearms and lays out the referee. And the referee, just like they do in a UFC fight, he dives over him to stop them from hitting them and to protect them. So yeah, I'm like, and she started dancing afterwards on her. So I thought it had a more of a realistic fight feel. And I like the underground feel also. And then
I like that because, like I said, they both are actual fighters, so I feel like they can both like do some more than
That's what I'm saying. But I thought Ronda Rousey and Shayna, since they're both actual fighters on a high level, they could have gave us a better.
Yeah, but Ronda didn't want to do that. Well, I don't know if Ronda didn't want to do that, but I'm saying like Lola and Shayna, they could have actually started punching each other because they both like that. I don't think Ronda would have wanted to start taking real punches or anything like that. I don't think.
Okay.
That could just be my thing. I don't know.
No, I understand what you're coming from. Even in the back, she was back there twerking with Sexy Red also along with Kalani. I'm just like, Sean, Chef, you out here cooking, bruh. You out here cooking. Then they had a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Oba Femi taking on Wesley, taking on Joe Coffey. Boy, when I say Oba Femi is something special. That man is a beast. And I'm like, bro, where did you come from? Because this man is... I don't see him losing that strap anytime soon. I don't see that Nigerian Nightmare losing that strap anytime soon. The fact that like when Wesley was trying to get offense into him and like even on top of he tried to go for the top of Hurricane Rana and he just picked him up and just launched him on a Joe Coffey like a crossbody. Or he was trying to do the Meteora to Open Femi. He just catched him with his knees on the shoulder, gave him a hard powerbomb on the mat. I was like, damn. Or like same thing with Joe Coffey, he just launched his ass. I was like, this man is freakish. Freakish, man. And he pinched Joe Coffey and retains the North American Championship. Like, I never got. What are your thoughts on Open Femi? Because honestly, I just picked him last time because he was an NXT champion. But now, like watching his matches, this man is insane.
I mean, I haven't really watched him like that because I don't want to be watching NXT like that. But from what I be seeing, he looks cool. He looks like, you know, dope. From what I be seeing, I seen him dressed up like Batista.
Like for what, Halloween?
No, I'm talking about when Batista wore the all white. He had worn an all white suit.
Oh, got you. Negroes love all white, you know that. So then we had the Roxanne Perez crossing over, taking on Jordan Grace, who is the TNA Knockouts Championship. This was a crossover that, I mean, honestly, I wasn't even expecting, but I'm glad I'm seeing it. It's like they're having their own forbidden door, while AEW is crossing over with New Japan, NXT is crossing over with TNA, and this is.
I like that, but I like it, but to a point, because there's some stupid things that happen where it's like you gotta act like we just gotta act like this is a whole different person now.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Bro.
You definitely talk about the Ash by Elegance thing, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, Vic Jones is almost fucked up on that.
Well, he did the same thing to Ethan Page.
What do you call him?
He was like, Ethan Page, he was in he he started breathing.
Because Jordan Grace during this matchup, first of all, by logic, by sight, by everything, as you see, Jordan Grace should be able to rip Roxanne Perez in half.
It was me too.
So, yeah. So, I'm like, how are they going to convince me that Roxanne's going to win this matchup? Because by all stretch of the imagination,
she has an attitude.
Yeah, fuck that.
She's a teenager with attitude.
Yeah, fuck that. Rip her fucking head off like that. They call Jordan Grace. You see how Jordan Grace transform her body. She is literally the juggernaut. Okay, especially when it comes to the women's division. In anywhere, I'm just like, yo. So you gotta sell it to me that she can beat this woman. So what they did was, first of all, her earring got pulled out during the match. That looked gnarly.
No, it's like 4 of them.
Yeah, I was like, that looks bad. And then they had Tatum Paxley come out and steal her championship, and then Ash by Elegance. He's like, Ash by Elegance. He like, straight go Dana Brooke, but she like Ash by Elegance is out there and start attacking. Then that's Jordan Grace push.
I just say, out of anybody to have come out, why would you have some like? I would have somebody else come out.
Well, they're trying to get Ash by Elegance over in TNA.
Yeah, but if she's Dana Brooke in WWE, he's gonna bring her back to WWE. Like, she can't be Dana Brooke, so why even like it's just confusing to the fans.
The fans don't know who the fuck Dana Brooke is. She keeps changing her face. They don't know who Dana Brooke is anymore. They don't remember that woman, so stop that. No, she come out. She asked about. We know who she is. You know, we the diehards and we the researchers, but no, they don't know who. You know. Fuck that. It's like she's Ash by Elegance. That's kind of like if Dolph Ziggler was to crossover. He ain't Dolph Ziggler. He's Nick Namath. That's what he is right now. If Adam Copeland comes back, he's Adam Copeland unless he's coming back to sign it the Edge. That would be more stupid. That would be more stupid.
So you mean to tell me if TNA has a crossover with NXT and Dolph Ziggler's on that, he's not going to be Dolph Ziggler, he's going to be Nick Namath?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it's under. You don't work there no more. So why is he Dolph Ziggler here and then it goes back over? He's part of TNA now. If you call him Dolph Ziggler, he's part of WWE now.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Because if they have a crossover, Naomi was. Trinity. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, that's stuff like that. Is just I don't.
You know,
they mentioned Naomi's whole TNA career. But it's like, oh, she was Trinity. It's like. Okay. Stuff like that, just I don't be that.
No, but Roxanne first said it's the Pop Rocks, and she wins, retains the championship. I was like, all right, that little weak ass distraction, but still, it wasn't convincing that she can beat the fuck out of Jordan Grace. That's not happening. But because honestly, I was like, why don't they have Jordan Grace just win it, and then Roxanne Perez answers her open challenge at Against All Odds. And then she goes win her title back. I'm like, just to have the internet talking.
No, because she would have probably won the TNA, the Knockouts Championship.
Probably. You're right.
And that was Roxy in TNA.
You're right. Main event time. All Ego, Ethan Page taking on Whoop That Era, Trick Williams. Ethan Page came out. I mean, Ethan Page is cool. I like Ethan Page. He wasn't gonna win this match. I was like, damn, what are they gonna do? He just came in there. What are they gonna do with Ethan Page?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. I would have rather had Scorpio Sky than Ethan Page, but Ethan Page is still cool. And Scorpio Sky is very old, so there's that too.
Yeah, but Scorpio Sky can still go though.
Well, he can still go, but I'm saying like I don't know how old Ethan Page is for them to put him on NXT for them to be like we can try to have him here for a few years or whatever the case is, a year or two.
Yeah. I get it. Trick Williams beats Ethan Page in the match. I thought the match was fine. I thought Ethan Page had some good offense in, put him to the announce table, but that Trick knee came on and took Ethan Page out, so I didn't think Trick Williams was going to lose that at all. But they're still trying to find an opponent for him at NXT Heatwave. Cody came on NXT and let Trick Williams know that his opponent can be from anywhere, which I think they're going to use some more TNA people because they got a Battle Royal coming up to see who's going to face Trick Williams at Heatwave. But
if they use TNA people, I wish they use it seriously.
Meaning like what?
Like for example, for the TNA thing, who answered Jordan Grace's open challenge?
You know who answered Jordan Grace's open challenge?
Yeah.
Tatum Paxton.
Exactly. That's not taking it seriously in my opinion, but
well, each company is not going to want their. It's like the WWE is bringing
not a top star, but if you call it a crossover, I would just have somebody of note, like for it to be called a crossover,
Yeah.
I know. Like Jordan Grace coming over, that's a crossover. But it's like Tatum Paxley in returns, kind of like,
Well, Moose said he wants to be biggest person. Moose said he wants to come over.
Moose probably can't come over because Moose would lose. Like he would have to lose.
Exactly. But there's also reports like
they got people like they got like Eddie Edwards. They got like other people that still of note. That it would be like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's not their champion.
Joe Hendry, I think, is
Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, right? Cool. I like Joe Hendry. Been around for years. I'm surprised he's just not taking off. But,
Yeah, so I can see him coming in there and try to face Trick Williams in there. So we gotta see what happens on Tuesday. But by the way, also for those who didn't see, when Trick Williams had the ring with Cody, he said, "Hey, look, 4th of July right around the corner, and on behalf of all my people." We want to know, Cody, you coming to the cookout? We still invite people to the cookout, and you know what's funny though, which I just don't understand, but that's what NXT does. The crowd got hyped for this joint. They was chanting the yes chant, like yes, and Cody's like yes, I am coming to the cookout. I am coming to the cookout.
Well, we already knew that though.
Yeah, and then him and Trick Williams got this little dope handshake in the ring. I was just like, yo, this shit is hilarious, bro. This is hilarious.
This man Cody Rhodes was sitting on that bus with Rosa.
You said Cody Rhodes was sitting on that bus doing what?
With Rosa.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was background.
Bus with Rosa. He was, you know what I'm saying, he was going to school, coming out, you know, with Ruby. You know, he was marching with Martin and. All right.
Boy, you is drawing. Relax. You know, now if Q-Flow was here live, Q-Flow already tired of the Cody Rhodes Black things, right? He already tired of Cody Raheem Rose Johnson.
It's hilarious.
He already over that shit. Like, don't say that shit around him. He be done.
See, but it's funny how some people, I ain't gonna lie, when some people edit the pictures and they edit Cody in there real bad to where you see him in the background, that's the best ones, because you just think it's a regular civil rights picture, and then you see Cody, you be like, oh.
Yeah, why are you here? But yeah, that was Battleground. I thought Battleground was a thumbs up show also. I appreciate the crossovers. I appreciate how all the results that went down. Like I said, the only thing is like that ladder match, they could have did a little bit more just to really help set it up. I understand we got a lot of nervous women out there, or it may not have been their fault. It could have just been cut for time. And like, hey, we want to really get out of here at that, because no match went 20 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, the longest match on there was the Jordan Grace and Roxanne Perkins. It went at 14 minutes, and that was it. So I get it, but I just don't know that it could give this. Even in that 12 minutes, I think it could just took a bit more of a car crash. In other words, but it is what it is.